Hi there, welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a career reading for Gemini for the 12th, between the 12th and the 19th of April. That's great. Let's see what we have for Gemini. Thank you. Cards are coming out beautifully. Looking for course of actions for career reading. It's too many. See what we have. Cards are shooting out. Good energy. What can we tell about Gemini's environment and their people? See if we can find one card for the outcome. And the overall energy for the reading is the Three of Staffs, which tells us that whether you're going through storms in your career, pondering over your career at this time, at this uncertain time, you're going to be sailing through it unscathed. Because you've got the hand of God on you. And you've got the universe is with you. Now then, for the Gemini person, we got the Chariot, which foretells of having our goal in sight. You'll see the Wheel of Fortune here. We're making our way to our goal, but there's just a word of warning that you must not rush to get to the goal, but take your time, because these things take time. Then on the factors against the career, we've got the Lady of Staffs, which tells us that you've got an awful lot of energy. Utilize it in the best possible way to get to your advancement in your career, and so that you can get to your career without any facts against you, rather. So you're attracted to the light. You're attracted to good energies, good vibes, and you're walking towards the light. So that's a good thing in itself. You're walking towards the light. Past influences. We drew the Star card, and this shows an alignment of all the planets. They're all lining up, all the constellation of planets are lining up for you. So, you're in favor of that. It foretells of vitality. And it foretells that you're in a good place. Your mind, your body, and your spirit is in a good place at this time. It's all in synchronicity, all synchronized. And that's for your factors. It's for your, past life influences. Your future, you've got the 10 of Vessels. 10 of Vessels speaks of all vessels needed. All vessels are needed to work in unison. So you can't have the one vessel without the other. And this is so apt, especially in the career, line. Whether you're in a business partnership with someone, or whether you're an entrepreneur, or whether you're an employee of an employer, and you've got people under you, we need the people to join forces. This is the only thing that's going to get us through, is join forces and team leadership and the likes. Our course of action, we've drawn the Two of Swords, which speaks of a dispute, a disagreement, whether that be in business, your own business, or whether that be a young person that's in an entrepreneur business, or whether you're working for someone, or whether you're just a free moral agent. There's going to be a dispute you're going to have with someone. And you're either going to fence with them, which is not too bad, but you might also war with them. So let's see if we can find out more about that card. And then the environment and your people. We've got the Four of Vessels. You see the elephant on those vessels? He's a very large elephant. It's heavy, yet he can withstand. The vessels are not breaking, under his weight. So it foretells that we've got a good control, and we are secure and we're sturdy. We're going through whatever dilemmas are faced, come our way. We're going to face them, and we're going to stand up to them. And the outcome, we've got the Ace of Staffs, which tells us that we're burning an awful lot of energy at this time. Mulling over, our career life and our business life, especially now with, being in lockdown and the country taking a turn, especially with the, financial aspects of things. It's taken a nosedive, and a lot of things have, come at a disadvantage to us. And, especially in terms of finances and jobs, because there's so many people have lost their job. They've lost their jobs, and it's a real problem. It's times of uncertainty, and also we're going through a recession as well, so jobs are very scarce. Let's see if we can get some clarifications. I'm looking for a clarification on your person, Gemini. So let's see if we can clarify the Chariot. Thank you. Got clarity there. The Chariot. Chariot. Now, we need to clarify the Lady of Staffs, which is the factors against your career. Use the Lady of Staffs. What's this against the career? We're going to clarify the past influences, and that is influences, and it's got the star card displayed there, where the constellation of planets have lined up in your favor. So let's see how these past influences affect. Future. We're looking at the 10 of Vessels. How we need to reckon Unisa. Clear that up. Now let's see if we can find clarity on if we get a card for the course. Sorry, the course of action. Course of actions. That needs to be taken. Especially this Two of Swords. We need a clarification card on the environment and the people for Gemini. Got that? Thank you. And lastly, we need a clarification on the outcome. What will the outcome be? We clarify the Ace of Staffs. Ace of Staffs. Right now, Gemini person, we ascertain that we've got our goal in sight and that we must just go towards our goal, not move too fast or not move ahead of time, because that's divinely orchestrated, and it'll come in divine timing, and that doesn't mean your time or my time. It also tells you with the Seven of Chalices that every action has consequences, so be careful what you're doing and look about you and see what's going down. This woman is poisoning this man. So just be aware of what's going on around you, because these are uncertain times. The factors against this career, we drew the Lady of Staffs, which I told you that there's a huge amount of energy towards, you walk in the energy, you walk in the light. And you've got a lot of energy and you've used a lot of energy, so you need to conserve your energy. That's teamed up with the Chariot and the Mona Lisa deck, which gives a warning and tells you before you can fly, learn how to land. Learn how to land, because that's the most, it's no good flying without landing. So pay attention to what you want to do and make sure that you've got a solution for whatever you have got in mind, because that can affect you greatly. Right. Past life influences. We got the Star card, which told us that the planets are all lined up. Constellation of planets are in our favor. So, Gemini, you're in good stead with the planets, and I think you'll see your way clear to make the right decision. It's also teamed up with the Strength card of Leo. That's the 8 of the Mona Lisa deck. It tells you that discipline can either be one of two things, intention or invention. What is it going to be for you? Is it going to be an intention? You know, your past life influences, will that just be an intention that you thought about, or will you act upon it? Will it be something that you invent, something that you rectify, something that you have in mind for, to use that as a basis of learning where you've come from and where you're going to. On the future, we drew the 10 of Vessels, which spoke of all those vessels need to work together. One can't work without the other, and therefore you need the teamwork of either if you're in a business, that would be your partner. If you're an entrepreneur, that will be your customer base. And if you're an employee of an employer, you would need your team. If you have a team that's under you, you'd need the efforts of your team. You can't be singled out in this matter. You've got to work together to make sure that we pull this off. And it's paired off with the chalices, the 5 of chalices, which tell us that there's going to be a reunion. And I think that's a getting together. That's getting together of your career, of your business, of your work, of your entrepreneurship. It's a good sign. Course of action. We said that we're going to be drawing swords. Now, I didn't know whether Gemini, whether you're going to fence or whether you are actually going to war over a dispute regarding your career choices. And it seems as if this has got something to do with your significant other. There's a Queen of Pentacles shown, and it looks like there's something to do with your wife, or it could be an acquaintance that you on a very familiar basis with, or you could have a relationship with this person, or it could be a matter of convenience, but you got to decide whether it's going to be, whether this person is going to control you. Is it going to be a lust situation, or is it going to be, you know what, you got to get moving and you got to make some sound choices for your business. And so you put this behind you, you sort of, or you nip it in the bud and you start making some wise career choices, or there's going to be complications. Now, the environment and the people, we drew the 5 of vessels. Now, I explained that the weight of the elephant on those 5 of vessels is quite something, but it's bearing, the vessels are bearing his weight all the same. So it's a card that says that Gemini can endure great strength in terms of career, which is very admirable. And also it's paired off with the 10 of Pentacles from the Mona Lisa deck, which says, have faith in miracles, because miracles do happen. Have faith. And there's a lot of agility here. If you see this card and you see how this elephant's standing on those vessels, it's sure to give way, but it's not. And then we drew the Ace of Staffs for your outcome, which was you're putting a lot of energy into this work situation. There is a new opportunity at hand. There is another avenue for you to go down. So you need to decide what you want to do, what's beneficial to you, what the best way to go about it is. And we paired this off with the Queen of Chalices, which tells wisdom, grants perspective. So it's something you need to ask yourself. Do you have the wisdom? And can you put a handle on this and get perspective on this career opportunity? I'm going to draw some cards from the Psychic Tarot deck to see if we can clarify better. And we're looking for a clarification card for Gemini, the person. Do we have something for Gemini, the person? More clarification than what we already have. Thank you. Got that? Great. Now we're looking for clarification of card for factors against the career. Lovely. Things are looking positive. Let's see what we can come up with past influences and the constellation and the alignment of the planets for your star sign, Gemini. What do we have that can confirm the factors and the past influences of this career? Oh, that's certain. Very certain. Let's see if we can get something for the future. What clarity do we have for the future of Gemini? I'm going to go with this one because this flew out first. Right. Okay. Thank you. Isn't this wonderful? Got clarification for the course of action. Now, what can we say about the environment and the people of Gemini in a work situation? What can we say about the environment and the people for Gemini? What needs to be known? What do they have to take stock of? Here is this whole message. Clarification card from the Psychic Tarot deck for the people. Lovely. Okay, so then put that back. Sorry, I put that back. lastly, we need card for the outcome, which we've got. Thank you. Right. Just back. Let's see if we can add 2. Right. To recap, the Gemini person, you've got your eyes set on the goal. Don't rush. Make wise decisions, because every action has consequences. Okay. And then there's victory and success if you do it in that manner. If you make the right choices, keep your eye on the goal. Don't go ahead of yourself, and there'll be victory and success. Factors against the career. We drew the Lady of Staffs. We know that you've been putting an awful lot of energy into your career, especially at this time, over this uncertain time. The warning card was the Chariot in the Mona Lisa deck, which said, before you want to fly, learn how to land. And that was paired off with Joyce and celebration. So it looks as if you're going to take stock of what you can and what you cannot do. Okay, what's logical and what's illogical. So, pay attention to that. And then the 3 of the past influences in your matter. We had the lining up of the Gemini planets, which would give you more insight, more foresight. And we teamed that up with a strength card in the Mona Lisa deck, which we said that belonged to the star sign Leo. And we spoke about discipline. Discipline either being invention or intention. And we said, what would that be to you? Invention or intention? Are you going to do something wise with this matter, with this discipline? And then we've teamed it up with the sacral chakra. So just take a look there. I just want to make sure it's in focus. And the sacral chakra is just under your navel, by the lower abdomen. It's responsible for desires, pleasures, sexuality, procreation, and that type of thing. And if we have a blockage of this chakra, our manifestations of emotions and we manifest emotions, compulsiveness, obsessive behaviors, and there's a certain amount of guilt that goes along with that as well. So, it's important to keep that chakra open, cleansed and open, and, so that we can receive. But we've got a good balance on things. And then in the future, we went over the 10 of vessels we drew. We said that there's teamwork required. If it's not teamwork in a work situation, then it's business partnership. And if it's not that, it's entrepreneurship and your interaction with your customers, which is of vital importance. We said that there'd be a reunion. That could be a reunion of customers, of people from the past, of good contacts, good clients, and something that can, kickstart your business, which would be really beneficial. And that we drew from the Psychic Tarot deck, the card 4, which speaks of authority. So put that into practice and, have that teamwork, have that togetherness, make sure your customers are happy. Have that reunion. If you're invited to get together, go there, because you're going to be meeting someone, that's going to stand good in terms of, your business prospects and moving forward with them. Okay, your past influences, your course of action. We drew the 2 of Swords, which we said it would either be a dispute and to do with fencing, which, if you fence, you're still okay. If you at war, it's not going to be too okay, because then things can, go out in the wrong order. We paired that with the Queen of Pentacles, which we said this is definitely something to do with your other half. And there's going to be disputes about your career and your work, on what way you want to go with your business, what way you want to go with your entrepreneurship, what way you want to go with your working situation. You're going to come up with resistance from this person that's attached to you. And you need to ask yourself, is it, a case of desire, so I'll keep quiet and, do what she says or do what he says? Or is it a case of, this is my career and I need it for my well-being, so I'm going to do what's best for the business? And that's that we've drew the awareness card from the Psychic Tarot deck. So be aware and Make your decision, because it's gonna affect you one way or the other. You know, either you want to make the lady happy or the man happy, and your business suffers. You can have a happy equilibrium where you make, you know, both partners are happy, both the career and the home life's happy, and then you can go forward and it'll be something beneficial. For the environment and the people of your business, we said, you know, going through these tough times that we're going through at the moment, especially with this lockdown and the economy being at its worst and the loss of jobs, etc., etc. You know, we've got the Four of Vessels, which we said, although we've got all these problems, we're still standing and we're surviving and we're making do with what we have. Also spoke about miracles are possible. You just have to believe in miracles. You just have to believe in positive thinking. And that was teamed up with passion ignited. And when I say passion ignited, that's not for the bed, that's for the work. That's for your career. So you'll find that new formed passion that's going to be ignited, you know, to kickstart that business of yours. You know, that's something. And then, of course, on the outcome side, we drew the Ace of Staffs, which spoke of putting that energy into your career and into the thought systems and how you can get the business kick-started. And we also said that wisdom grants perspective, and we paired that up with the psychic tarot deck of light. So I definitely think you're going to see the light and things are going to work out. You just need to make some sound business choices and advice based upon what's going to be beneficial for you and your business. Thanks for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll pick you up in the next video.